Hello, my name is Andrew Nugent, and this past summer I interned for CTS Capital Advisors in Bethesda, Maryland. CTS Capital Advisors is an independent consulting firm. They provide such services to do with mergers and acquisitions such as financial due diligence, valuations, ABL services, and business advisory services. The customers CTS worked with were several Fortune 500 companies. However, I am not allowed to provide specifics on the company's names due to strict confidentiality agreements between CTS and those companies. My orientation with CTS was a very informal orientation, in which I was instructed by my boss Jeff Bankston, the CEO and managing member of the company, to come in a week before my orientation start date was to happen. He took myself and the rest of the office out to lunch, in which he paid for us and oriented me on several objectives he planned for me to meet during the summer. I had to overcome several learning objectives while at CTS. Mainly, once I got there, it was my first time ever working with actual financial statements from the real world rather than prepared financial statements that a textbook had provided for a well-learning atmosphere. But in specifics, it was extremely hard for me to learn how to prepare cash proofs and valuations since I had never learned this in school previously. So I had to be oriented on those specific type of financial statements by my coworkers. At the bottom of the slide you can see an example of a cash proof I did while at CTS. However, the customer name is blacked out due to the confidentiality agreements. This is another example of a piece of work I did at CTS in which I had to provide the revenue and employee count for each year and provide the LTM and compare them and give percentages on the change. While at CTS, I gained exceptional experiences and worked with an amazing group of people. One of these exceptional experiences was a business trip to Philadelphia in which I got to meet with clients and sit in on meetings on what these clients wanted CTS to do for them. The group of individuals I got to work with were an amazing group of people, and there was a great divide between men and women in the office. Coincidentally, all the men in the office did graduate from my high school, and all the women were from the area but from different schools. While there, another intern halfway through the summer came to work with me, and coincidentally he was from my graduating high school class. He was a great kid, and it made the whole working experience a lot easier. Myself in the future. I learned more about my interests for a future career while working at CTS. Before I came into this internship, I was not very optimistic on my future in this type of industry because I didn't think financial statements was the kind of industry I wanted to go into, since I thought they were boring and I thought going through all the different numbers wouldn't be something that would stimulate my mind enough to make me enjoy my career. However, while at CTS I learned that I actually really did like doing this type of work. It also gave me a great behind the scenes work on how these type of companies work and how mergers work. And I greatly do hope to have a future career in this industry, even at CTS, because the men I worked with and the women I worked with were exceptional people, and they're so caring, so open to me, and accepting me into their CTS family. Steps that especially helped me to prepare for this internship were my accounting classes of managerial and financial accounting, and my MIS class, Management Information Systems, as well as statistics for decision making. All these classes heavily involved Access and Excel, which my internship was just the same. However, I wish I had taken some sort of financial class before I had taken this internship, for that would have helped me with such things as cash proofs and valuations. But I learned what I needed to know from my fellow coworkers, and everything in the end worked out very well. And here are my sources. Thank you, and have a great day.